My name is Flash Isaac, and I'm a teacher from the future. When I was much younger, I saw thousands and thousands of people fail JAMB and unable to gain admission. This made me travel in time. Now I am back with the Flashlearners JAMB app and a series on YouTube tagged 120 Days to JAMB. My mission is to help you blast JAMB and as well get justice for everyone who JAMB has served breakfast. This is episode number 83 of the 120 Days to JAMB Chemistry with Flash Isaac. My job here today is to name these compounds. Compound 1 and compound 2. That is my job here today. How do we name organic compounds? Remember, first thing first, identify the functional group. If you look at this is no longer business as usual. Why? Other things we'll be naming, either we have double bond or we have just carbon and hydrogen. But here, we have another element present. What can you see? Oxygen. So, we are definitely out of hydrocarbons. Now, not just oxygen, we have OH. What is the OH functional group? The OH functional group is the alcohol functional group, or you can say the alkanons functional group. And once you have the alcohol functional group or the alkanons functional group, the surface will be all. So OL is the surface. The next is find the longest chain. Since we have OH as the functional group, we should look for the carbon numbering that must give the functional group the smallest number. If we say let's start counting from here, this is your carbon 1, carbon 2, and this is carbon 3. The longest chain is 3. If we start counting from here, this is carbon 1, carbon 2, and carbon 3. The longest chain is 3, and in either way, the functional group is on carbon 2. But before then, the longest chain is 3. That is prop. So the root is prop. Is there any branch? No. This is a functional group and not a branch. We don't have any other branch outside the longest carbon. So the name is simple. This is propan 2-ol. Once you have functional group, don't always fail to identify the position of the functional group, because the functional group can be in any other carbon. For example, if it were here we are H and here OH, the functional group is now on carbon 1, right? And we must use this numbering, giving the functional group the lowest carbon. That will simply be propan 1-ol. And once the functional group is on the first carbon, it is not necessary that you put the 1. If it's on the second, third, fourth, you can put the number. But if it's on carbon 1, you can just say propan-ol. So either cases, you are correct. Now let's see this other compound. We have O to H. This is carbon to oxygen, oxygen to hydrogen. When you see something like this, it's a way to deceive you or a way to confuse you. So long you have oxygen being bonded with hydrogen in something like this, this is OH. This is the same thing as OH. So don't let anybody scam you or confuse you. Now that you know that it is OH, you will agree with me that the functional group is all, or the surface is all. What is the longest chain? Anyhow we count, we shall definitely have 4 carbons as the long chain. So 4 carbon means butane or butan anyhow. So butan is the root. Now let's number. We can start counting from here 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. If we start from here, what am I doing, sir? Or 1, 2, 3, If you start from here, the functional group will be on carbon 1 and carbon 2. If you start counting from here, the functional group will be on carbon 3 and carbon 4. We must always try as much as possible to give the functional groups the smallest number possible. Now, look at something you should notice about this functional group. We have 2 of similar functional group. That is the presence of di. We have the first one on carbon 1. We have the second one on carbon 2. So that is 1, 2 diol. So this is our surface. From here, apart from the functional groups, do we have any branches? There are no branches. So we can bring out the roots. But 1, 2 diol or butan 1, 2 diol. This kind of thing, you can have a methyl. We've named this compound, that is but 1, 2 diol or butan 1, 2 diol. You can actually have something like this in this type of compound. If you do something like this, this remains our longest chain because the 2 functional group must be in the longest chain, must be in the naming. But here, there is a presence of a branch, and this branch is on the second carbon using our numbering. So that is simply 2 methyl. If this were the compound we are naming, it will be 2 methyl but or butan 1, 2 diol. Ladies and gentlemen, anyhow you look at it, there is nothing difficult in naming of organic compound. You will see, we will name compound across all the functional group, and you'll be wondering, what has been my issue? What has actually been my problem? So that is it. Subscribe to this channel if you've not. Tell your friends about the Flashlearners YouTube channel. Get the Flashlearners Jamb app using the description below, visiting flashlearners.com, searching Flashlearners Jamb on various app platforms. What else? See you next.